Loud and proud or crystal clear? When you put on your favorite track, what are you really after? Do you crave bass that rattles your chest? Or do you close your eyes and pick out every subtle detail? This is the heart of a classic audio debate, SPL versus SQ. SPL sound pressure level is all about raw, powerful volume. SQ sound quality focuses on clarity, detail, and accuracy. These two paths often seem at odds, with different gear and philosophies behind each. One is about moving air and feeling the music, the other is about hearing every nuance. Understanding both helps you figure out what kind of listener you are. We'll break down what SPL and SQ mean, where you'll find them, and what makes each special. So, are you team loudness or team detail? Let's find out. Let's start with SPL. It's a term you'll hear a lot when discussing audio, especially when talking about powerful sound systems. But what does it really mean? Sound pressure level, or SPL, is essentially the science of loudness. It's a way to quantify how intense a sound is, and it's a fundamental concept in acoustics. SPL measures how much air pressure sound waves create. Every sound, from a whisper to a roar, causes tiny fluctuations in air pressure. SPL is the measurement of these fluctuations. These pressure variations are measured in decibels, dB. The decibel scale is logarithmic, meaning that a small increase in decibels represents a large increase in sound intensity. To give you a sense of scale, a library is about 30 dB. It's a quiet environment where you can easily focus and concentrate, but a concert can easily top 110 dB. That's a massive difference, and it's why concerts feel so much more intense than a quiet library. Chasing high SPL is about maximizing that number on the decibel meter. It's about pushing the limits of what's possible in terms of sound intensity. It's about pushing speakers and amps to their absolute limits, often beyond what they were originally designed for. For many, loudness isn't just an auditory experience, it's a physical one. It's about feeling the sound as much as hearing it. You feel the bass vibrating through your chest, the kick drum hitting you with force, the sheer energy of the sound waves impacting your body. Think of a live concert. The music washes over you, not just through your ears, but through your entire being, powered by high SPL. It's an immersive experience. SPL gear is specifically built for power. It's designed to handle extreme loads and deliver maximum sound pressure. This often means huge subwoofers, capable of moving massive amounts of air, and massive amps, providing the necessary power to drive those subwoofers. Sometimes, it even requires reinforced cars to withstand the immense pressure generated by the sound system. In car audio competitions, it's all about hitting the highest decibel reading possible. It's a test of engineering, power, and sheer determination. But there's always a trade-off. In the pursuit of extreme loudness, something has to give. When you optimize for volume, you often lose musical detail. The nuances and subtleties of the music can get lost in the sheer power of the sound. Systems built for SPL can shake the ground, rattle windows, and create an intense physical sensation. But they may miss the delicate subtlety of a guitar string, the gentle brush of a cymbal, or the quiet emotion in a singer's voice. For SPL fans, it's about the thrill of the numbers, a competition against physics, a quest to reach new heights of loudness. The louder, the better, is the mantra. It's a celebration of raw power and sonic intensity. But is that all there is to great sound? Is loudness the only measure of a truly satisfying audio experience? Now, let's talk about SQ sound quality, the art of detail. SQ isn't about how loud music gets, but how real it sounds. The goal, maximum fidelity, clarity, and accuracy, just as the artist intended. Great SQ means hearing every subtlety: background vocals, room ambiance, the texture of a voice. SQ gear is all about precision, carefully designed speakers, clean amplifiers, and transparent components. For audiophiles, the system should disappear, leaving only the music. Instead of a physical rush, SQ offers an emotional and intellectual connection. You're not just hearing a song, you're exploring a sonic landscape. For SQ purists, detail is what makes music come alive. Let's see SPL and SQ in action. At a live concert, the sound system is built for SPL, delivering powerful, communal energy to thousands. The goal is to make sure everyone feels the music, even in the back row. It's about excitement, not subtlety. The system is an instrument, creating a physical, shared experience. On the flip side, high-end studio headphones are all about SQ. They create a perfect, personal listening space, revealing every detail in a recording. Here, loudness isn't the goal, clarity and nuance are. Nowhere is the SPL versus SQ debate louder than in car audio. Enthusiasts transform cars into mobile concert halls or precision listening rooms. SPL competitions are all about hitting the highest decibel reading cars packed with subwoofers, reinforced for power. SQ competitions are the opposite. Judges score systems on tonal accuracy, imaging, and realism. The goal is to make the band sound like they're right on your dashboard. Building an SQ car is an art. Careful gear selection, custom speaker placement, and digital tuning. Custom speaker placement and digital tuning. It's about creating a perfect soundstage in a challenging space. In car audio, it's force versus finesse. Which side would you choose? The world of audio is not a monolith. There are different schools of thought, each with its own passionate advocates. Talk to the experts, and you'll hear real passion for both sides. The Loudness SPL camp and the detail SQ Purists represent two ends of a spectrum, each with compelling arguments and dedicated followers. It's a debate that goes beyond mere preference. It's about the very essence of how we experience music. Festival sound engineers say, in a stadium, subtlety is the first casualty. When you're dealing with tens of thousands of people, spread out across a vast space, the nuances of the music can get lost. My job is to deliver impact. It's about creating an experience that everyone can feel, a sonic wave that washes over the crowd and unites them in a shared moment. It's about energy, excitement, and raw power. For SPL competitors, it's about pushing limits. It's a quest to see how far they can push the boundaries of sound, to create systems that defy expectations and shatter records. Engineering systems to break decibel records. They meticulously design and tune their setups, optimizing every component for maximum output. The decibel meter is their scoreboard. It's the ultimate measure of their success, the tangible proof of their engineering prowess. The sound is the sport. It's a thrilling competition where innovation and sheer power collide. On the SQ side, mastering engineers spend weeks perfecting every detail, meticulously sculpting the sound to achieve the perfect balance and clarity, aiming to convey the artist's true intention. They see themselves as custodians of the music, ensuring that it reaches the listener in its purest form. For them, loudness flattens the art, compressing the dynamic range and sacrificing the subtle variations that give music its depth and character, and erases nuance. The delicate interplay of instruments, the subtle inflections in a vocalist's voice, these are the things that make music truly special, and they can be easily lost in the pursuit of sheer volume. High-end speaker designers want their gear to disappear, to become a transparent conduit for the music, adding nothing and taking nothing away, letting the music shine through. Their goal is to create a listening experience that is as close as possible to the original performance, allowing the listener to connect with the music on a deeper level. The magic is in discovering new details, hearing things in the music that you've never noticed before, and appreciating the artistry and craftsmanship that went into its creation, and connecting deeply with the music. It's about feeling the emotions that the artist intended to convey, and allowing the music to transport you to another place and time. For SQ fans, it's about emotional journey, a personal and intimate experience that unfolds with each listening session. Not just physical impact. It's about the subtle nuances, the delicate textures, and the emotional resonance of the music. One camp seeks adrenaline, the rush of pure sonic power, the feeling of being physically moved by the music. The other camp seeks immersion, a deep and profound connection with the music, a journey into the heart of the artist's creation. Which experience speaks to you? Which approach resonates with your own personal preferences and values? That's the real question, and the answer, of course, is entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong answer, only what brings you the most joy and satisfaction. Beyond personal preference, sound can impact our health and well-being. There are real, tangible health and scientific factors deeply embedded in this ongoing debate about sound quality versus sound pressure level. These factors aren't just abstract concepts, they're grounded in rigorous research and measurable data. high sound pressure level, can cause permanent, irreversible hearing loss, a risk that should not be taken lightly. Exposure to sound levels over 85 dB for extended periods is inherently risky, and the risk increases with both the intensity and duration of the exposure. It's a threshold that demands respect. Consider this: concerts, with their towering speakers and roaring crowds, can inflict damage to your hearing in a matter of minutes. The intensity is often far beyond safe levels. That's precisely why musicians and sound engineers, who spend their lives surrounded by loud music, consistently wear earplugs, even when they're on stage performing. They understand the stakes. Protecting your ears with appropriate gear is absolutely crucial if you love loud audio and want to continue enjoying it for years to come. Prevention is always better than cure when it comes to hearing loss. Now, shifting gears to the sound quality side of things, science has begun to reveal that detail and clarity in audio can trigger deeper, more emotional responses within us. A high-quality audio system, capable of reproducing subtle details, essentially feeds your brain more information, enriching the overall experience. This increased information allows the music to feel more real, more present, and ultimately, more emotionally resonant, creating a deeper connection between the listener and the art. High SPL gives you a physical rush, a visceral sensation that can be exhilarating. In contrast, high SQ gives you a deeper, more nuanced emotional connection, fostering a sense of intimacy with the music. Both high SPL and high SQ affect us greatly, but they do so in very different ways, appealing to different aspects of our being. So, ultimately, what matters more to you in your listening experience? Is it the raw, physical feeling of the music washing over you, or the deeper, more profound feeling of emotional connection and resonance? The choice is yours. So, which is better, SPL or SQ? The answer depends on you. It's not about one being superior, they're different tools for different jobs. If you want to power a party or feel the impact of a movie, go for SPL. If you crave detail and emotional depth, SQ is your path. Most people want a balanced music that's exciting and clear. Where do you fall on the spectrum? Drop a comment below and let us know. There's no wrong answer, just your vibe. Remember to subscribe for more audio gear tips and reviews. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.